Right now I'm going to discuss some basics of coordinate geometry. First I'm going to start with plotting these points. A would be, this represents X, that's your left, right. This represents Y, your up, down. So X, Y. So this, I'd go to 6 on the number line and up 1. That's where A is plotted. B is -4 on the number line and up 5. Okay? C is left, right, nothing, down 6. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Now, it's important to know that sometimes your grid will be empty. They may not number these. They may not label the axis. You may have something that looks nothing different than this. You may have something that looks a little different from that. No numbers, no letters. In which case, you need to know that this is X, this is Y, and which way the coordinates point. Now, this is considered quadrant 1, also called first quadrant. This is quadrant 2, also called the second quadrant. This is quadrant 3. This is quadrant 4. You would need that, especially in a trigonometry course. Now, there's some formulas that you need to know in regards to these. Okay? I'm going to add something else to this plot out. So I'm going to ask you, we're going to find the midpoint between A and B. We're going to do this example right here, A and B. Okay, we're going to find their midpoint, and then we're going to plot the midpoint. So here's the formula. You average the x's, you average the y's essentially. So A is 6, 1. B is -4, 5. So M will equal second x plus first x over 2. Then for the y's, 5 plus 1. X's, y's. Okay? Well, -4 plus 6 is 2. 5 plus 1 is 3. This is 1. This is, this is 1, 5 plus 1 is 6. This will reduce to 3. So, 1, 3. M. If you notice, it's halfway in between the 2 points, between A and B. Now, here's the distance formula. What you do is subtract your x coordinates and square it. Subtract your y coordinates and square it. So in this case, we got the square root of -4 minus 6 squared plus 5 minus 1 squared. Okay? I'd go ahead and do this part first without the radical in the way. So this is going to be -10. This is going to be 4 squared. So that's 100 plus 16 is 116. Okay? So D equals the square root of 116. Well, so 116 is divisible by the perfect square 4. So 116 divided by 4 is 29. Okay? So D equals the square root of 4 is 2 times the square root of 29. we're going to do a similar type of problem over here. D equals square root of, here's the formula, subtract your x's, 0 minus negative 4 squared. So your x coordinates, subtract them, square the difference, and then we have negative 6 minus 5 squared. Well, I'm going to do this part alone first. That's actually 0 plus 4 squared. This is negative 11 squared. That's 4 squared plus 121. 16 plus 121 is 137. So D equals the square root of 137. It's not divisible by a perfect square, so we're done. And that's the basics. That's some basics of coordinate geometry. We'll stop here.